Alright, so I got all the bolts removed. I put them in sequence on each side of my Jeep and on over there. So, and they're in order from front to back. That's just how I'm doing it today. So at this point in time, we can get a pry bar or a pry tool. I'm just going to use a old, it's actually fairly new, but I'm going to use a flathead and get this damn thing out of here. I've had good luck right there where it meets. Kind of stick it in there and then pry upwards. Boom! Oh, that came out with ease this time. Yeah. I can already tell it's fairly loose, so I'm just gonna get that baby out of there. Oh, look at that. That's actually not bad. Huh. So I have you rested up against my my radiator. But yeah, look at that. That's that. So the last go around, I end up using blue RTB, and I'm actually still going to do that on the water coolant ports. After reading the gray Mopar, it's saying it's not really recommended for coolant ports, so I'm not going to use that stuff. I'm still going to use that blue on these water ports right here on each end. And then I'm just right here for this, for the China wall, I'm going to use that gray stuff. So those end caps, they actually they worked better than my last go around using black RTB. Unfortunately, I think those little corner spots right there didn't quite do the trick. So I'm gonna do away with that, with these, huck them in the garbage. I got that same gasket set right there, actually. So we're gonna do it all over again. Obviously you want to pull it out of here somehow. Right there. Ridiculous. Third gasket. So, okay. Now, obviously you want to clean. My middle section is fairly still clean. So what I'm going to do actually, and you guys, if you want to prefer just to use a razor blade, bam, use a razor blade. I'll use a razor blade too, but put a rag down there so nothing falls into those ports, or make sure your engine's still good. I'll use paper towels or whatever. I'll stuff that or inside those little ports a little bit inside of each individual port, just so it doesn't fall down in there and some along, where this valley's at. Do that, clean it up, use brake cleaner, acetone, something. I'm going to clean it real good, just to be on the safe side. And then we'll start with the installation. Okay, so that's my rag job for the catch. Obviously, I only did these ports because that's honestly where the gasket material is. I'm not even gonna hit that because I already know I hit that. You know, only the day before yesterday. So I just have those. I'm gonna, just scrape those ports. I'll go over that with the rag and some brake cleaner, obviously, um, but yeah, I doubled down. So underneath there, I got one fully going that way, and the length of these paper towels are perfect for these V6s. So I just cut off a few squares and uh, horizontally they'll tuck right in perfectly. So if anything does fall down, it'll fall down onto that. And if anything so happens to get through, there'll be one more underneath there. Catch that. Okay. So that's that for the scraping process. I was thinking about getting a push gasket, style scraper. I just ended up using a razor blade. By the time of what I got back, I would have just been, wrapping it up with this. So what I'm gonna do actually, I'm actually gonna blast it with some carbers and brake cleaner. But I'm also gonna use this is a clean Scotch-Brite, sponge and pad. It has a pad on it, so I'm gonna use this side right here. Get a nice, clean surface. So I probably should remove that. Probably won't be too bad. Actually, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna remove all that and reline it, and then hit it with the brake cleaner and some Scotch-Brite. All right, sorry I didn't quite give you a rundown on, me doing, the actual weighing of the actual, silicone and stuff. But yeah, I pretty much put blue water ports, and I actually found out it came with gray RTV. But yeah, I got the good old Mopar gray, fucking gun, and so yeah, that's what I did. I got a nice bead, definitely up inside those corners, and nice solid, bead right there. So we'll see how that goes, and yeah, I'll let it set up for a second, and I'll put my intake back on. All right, before the sun goes down, we're gonna do this last bit. So I got my torque wrench, 30 pounds, or 30 foot-pounds. Chilton DIY website, downloadable service manual. It's saying middle out, so it's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 and 10 for the very back. Okay, I'm gonna torque these down. Then we'll wait 24 hours or so and see if that's a good repair. So this is day 2, or I'm sorry, this is going on a day for my adhesive, my gray silicone to be drying. Yesterday I put some tape over the carb port, just in case any dust didn't get in there or anything like that. So seems dry. Sun's starting to go down. It's around 6:30 right now, 6:45. So it's getting close to 24-hour mark. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to reassemble everything. It's a reverse process. You get that carb back on, all the hoses and that distributor cap, and the springs for the carb and the throttle cables, and that should be that. Alright, I'm going to get started with the carb. Alright, so the carb's back on. I can either start with the distributor cap or I can get started with the that bracket for the throttle cable. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tighten down that hose clamp right there, so it'll give me a little bit of better access to tighten down with the flathead, so I'm not, fully up against that bracket. But yeah. Okay, those brackets are on right there, and that nut or that bolt and the one in the back there. Okay, so and I got that double spring on. That's how I did it. This smaller one goes inside the big one. Lube it through that same hole right there. We'll clip those in last second. I really don't need to worry about those, I guess, right now, because I'm not technically even going to test it with the cable. I'm going to start it and test it from right here from the carb and look for leaks. So my next step is to get all the hoses and stuff together. That distributor cap on, clip in, and that should be it for prepping for the testing. So this is all pieced back together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Hoses attached. All 3 coolant hoses. I refilled it. And you know what? That's got to be plugged in. That's for the electronic choke. Bam. All those hoses are in. Tightened down. All I got to do is that negative terminal. And guess should be ready for a test fire. Okay, negative terminal is in, and I'm going to do a last double check, make sure everything is attached. And that oil thing's left open. I'm going to actually leave that open just like that for better ventilation. If it sprays out a little bit, I'm not really too worried about it. I just want to make sure that China wall's leak free. That was tightened down. That hose back there was tightened down. All the wires are in. Fuck it, dude. Let's give it a shot. Let's give her a go, huh? Got my fire extinguisher right there just in case. Come on, fucker. Alright. Why is it leaking so? Oh, is it on? Yeah, it's on. gonna turn the flash on, so if there is anything, then it'll just be with the, you know, with the light on it. All right, so I'm back with the light. Well guys, I've actually got to say, that's been better than every single shot I've done at replacing that gasket. I'm gonna say this is good. This is a good thing. Fucking A, dude. Nothing weeping. Dripping down. Fucking cool. That's a good thing.